We have some very, very big matchup for this game weekend in the Jamaica Premier League. Big up on yourself, people. Smash like button, hit subscribe button. If you're here for the first time, thoroughly appreciate it. And this is the Jamaica Premier League preview show for match week 22. So we have some hot match, people. Some really, really hot match. And we're reaching to the point where it's going to be the decisive games. Who's going to select top 6, the playoffs. We're going close to the playoffs and we're going to the playoffs game. But before we do that, we're just going to name the top 5 leading goal scorers. And it's really, really close. And the reason why I want to just list out these names to you guys is just to give you a nature of how competitive the goal scoring aspect in the Premier League has been right now. So number 1 and 2, we have Justin Dunn, joint leading goal scorers on 11 goals. Behind them in third place, joint third as well, Nicholas Nelson, Jalmaria Calvin, and Shaquille Bradford on 10 goals each. So these are the top 5 leading goal scorers in the league at this present moment. 3 players on 10 goals and 2 on 11. 2 on 10 goals, Javian Bryan and Justin Dunn. Other 3, Shaquille Bradford, Nicholas Nelson, and Jalmaria Calvin. But guess what? When I got to lament on that. We're going to go straight into the meat of the matter. So, you know, midweek game, we saw where Cavaliers face off against Arnett Garden, and that game drew 2-2. As a Portmore United fan, I'm happy for that. But we have our own task ahead of us, and it's the first game I'm going to touch on, Portmore United. Portmore United versus Waterhouse. I'm just name out one of the players who's one of the leading goal scorers on the list, and they are playing for Waterhouse. Our leading goal scorer in Siobhan Walsh is not there. Possibly, I think, is one of the most prolific striker in the league. Big miss that for us. Huge, huge miss. But we have to go. We have to carry on without him. But here we go on now. Waterhouse is one of our bogey team. What do I mean by bogey team? A team who don't tend in the recent times we haven't gotten decent results against them in recent time. But nonetheless, I do believe that Waterhouse form is a little bit upsy-turvy, similar to Portmore United. But that doesn't mean we can't get anything from this game. No, nonetheless, I do believe that this season, Waterhouse would have shown that on D-Day they can turn up and beat any team that they want. Now, let's have a look at our last 5 meetings. We have 2 draw, 3 draw, and 2 losses. So the first, it goes all the way back to 2022. They defeated Portmore United 4-0. And then 3-0. So in that league, that league year, 2022 league year, they finished the year on 7 goal difference, 7-0, because they beat us twice. They beat Portmore United twice, 7-0, 3-0 and 4-0. Anyways, 2023 now we drew 1-1. Then now last year, I think in March, no, April, drew 1-1 as well, and then later down in the year, in October, drew 1-1 again. So the last 3 games have been draws, 1-1 draw. But before that, the 2 before that would have been some hefty beating, and it tentatively kind of go way back, just to showcase how far we have been playing against them, and many of the games that we have played, they have seen a lot more victories than us. Go all the way back to 2018, them beating at 1-0 in 2018. Whereas 2019, them beat with 4-1. Yeah. But sometimes bad run can come to an halt at some point in time. But I believe that this is going to be a very, very interesting game. In my view, this definitely is going to be a really, really good matchup. Now, the positive thing about this game for Portmore United, that this game will be played at home. Now, key players for Portmore United, I'm going to say Stephen Young in the midfield. I think, no, I'm going to say Stephen Young, Alex Marshall. Who else am I going to say? I'm going to use two players. I think I'm going to use two players. I'm going to use Stephen Young and Alex Marshall. Maybe can put Russell in there or Okilo. Let's use two players. So I say Stephen Young and Alex Marshall. Now, key players for Waterhouse. As you can see, Javin Bryan, we just mentioned his name. And most definitely a players who having a really good season. I think a lot of person overlooking him is Denardo Thomas. He's actually having a very, very good season. But I'm not fearful of Waterhouse. But in recent time, they have been getting some good results. Last match they played, they lost to Mount Pleasant. I was told based off, I even saw the highlights that they played fairly well. Not the best game, but Mount Pleasant really, really got away with one year. They're kind of lucky in some sense, but you have to create your own luck in football. Nevertheless, score predictions. I'm going to say because Portmore United is at home this season, I'm going to say Portmore United to take this win 1-0. Me I going to give Portmore United this one. Don't know. It's not me being biased, maybe in some sense, but I think I'm going to give Portmore United this one. The most Waterhouse can get from this game, I think, is going to be a draw. But I'm going to give Portmore United a 1-0. No, Humberline versus Veer. No, this is actually quite interesting. This is actually 9th versus 12th. I believe that Veer United, I think the biggest problem with Veer United is scoring goals. They have a huge problem in scoring goals. Similar to Humberline as well, you know. But I think that Veer United is actually in a better place than Humberline at this present moment. But the last 5 games, Humberline would have been more. I've seen more victories over Veer United. This game will be played at Humberline home. Down at Effortville. 2 Clarendon team, people. 2 Clarendon team. I'm going to say a draw. I'm going to say 2-2 draw. I'm going to go 2-2 draw. These are 2 teams who are conceding quite a lot of goals. I'm going to go 2-2 draw. Could say where the goals are come from, but because defensively they're not that good, I think we might see a 2-2 draw in that game. But so I definitely believe that I think Veer United kind of up on a little ups. You know, it kind of 2 teams them where form is concerned, they're not that consistent. Like Humberline, last 5 games, lose 3, draw 1, win 1. Veer, last 5 games, lose 4, win 1. That's how it look. Anyways, so I'm gonna go 2-2 game. I'm 2-2 draw for that one. Next up, a big match: Tivoli Garden versus Dumby Holing. This is a huge game, people. Now, Dumby Holing was actually playing some brilliant football. Dumby Holing in 6th position. And latch on to that 6th position because Waterhouse is there. A lot of teams are trying to nick that little 6th position away. But Dumby Holing would definitely want to hold on to that 6th position. Because Moby are creeping as well. And they're actually in a good position because they're on 33 goals. Waterhouse is on 30. Waterhouse have a tough game as well. But nonetheless, I think this game now, the thing with Tivoli Gardens is that they are scoring a lot of goals. They are scoring a lot of goals, and Dumby Holing, they're not conceding a lot, but they're conceding just over a goal per game. Just over. Like, it's very, very minute. But anyways, I think that I'm going to go Tivoli. I think I'm going to go Tivoli, maybe 2-1. The thing is, Dumby Holing have been playing some very, very good football recently. They're actually in a good form. Last 3 games, they have won last 3 games. And maybe Tivoli can't say the same, but I do believe that Tivoli is one of those teams that they play better against the better teams. So I think I'm going to tip the balance to Tivoli. I'm going to say Tivoli probably 2-1. Even though Dumby Holing plays some good football, the problem I have with Dumby Holing is that they sometimes in front goal they're not that decisive, especially when they're going up against really, really strong teams. But I do believe that they will score. Nicholas Nelson tends to turn up and always distribute a goal. I know it's been a long while since Tivoli have defeated Dumby Holing, but this season is one of the resurgence of Tivoli Garden. So I think Tivoli Garden will get something from that one. I'm going to say 2-1 Tivoli Garden. Next up, we have Montego Bay versus Treasure Beach. Yeah, Treasure Beach are fighting for their life. Treasure Beach still can't see them way out, you know. They still can't see them way out. And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. I believe that Treasure Beach, you know what? I'm going to say Moby are going because Moby have too much firepower for Treasure Beach. Too much firepower. I'm going to say Moby, Montego Bay United. 2-0. The Brazilian midfield, Jean-Claude. Yeah, brilliant player. Really, really good player. Extremely talented player. I'm going to say maybe 1 assist from him. Maybe Fletcher on the score sheet. But I'm going to say Montego Bay to take this one. Next up we have is Harbourview versus Moulins. Now, these are two teams who are battling. And they're quite close in the 19. Moulins on 20, Harbourview on 19. I do believe that Moulins now is a little bit more resurgent than Harbourview. I think they're on a little bit more resurgent than Harbourview. Quite a few draws in their last matchup. And then now, the last game that they won, I think they defeated Limeall. Yeah, they defeated Limeall. The problem now is Harbourview. Harbourview in a sticky situation. Because if Harbourview lose this game, and just say Treasure Beach get a positive result at Montego Bay, Treasure Beach are going to climb 4 points shy of Harbourview. Just 4 points. Just 4 points. And I did have Umberland. I assume that's going to be a draw. But I don't think Harbourview in a trouble. And funny enough, I think I'm going to go with Moulins. I think Moulins is in a better run, a better form at this present moment. Even the underlying metrics, they are looking good for Moulins in the last couple of games. They're looking real good. So I think I'm going to go Moulins 2-1. Harbourview are going to score. They're going to score. I'm going to go Moulins 2-1. I think Moulins play a really nice brand of football. I'm going to go Moulins 2-1. Now, the big match of the day, which is on Sunday, this is a big match of the day. This is Mount Pleasant versus Cavaliers Soccer Club, or Cavaliers Football Club. I think it's Soccer Club, though. Anyways, this is a big match. Tapper versus Speed. Speed versus Tapper. Now, for those who don't know, Cavaliers is like a jinx to Mount Pleasant. Cavaliers are like a jinx, a huge jinx to Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant could be like high up, that's a run where I beat everybody in front of them. And the moment they book up on Cavaliers, it's like it's a stumbling block. Not saying that they're going to lose, but these games for Mount Pleasant tend to be some of the hardest match that Mount Pleasant play. And one of the reasons that is, Cavaliers has a lot of young players. I know because Mount Pleasant have so much star name players. A lot of the teams tend to be star-struck. But with Cavaliers now, they have a lot of young players. And because Cavaliers have so much young players, these young players tend to be fearless. Like they don't really care. Like they have that nonchalant attitude, and they tend to just turn up and play ball. Now, Cavalier has the better defensive unit than Mount Pleasant because they have conceded only 12 goals entire season, and they have Cavalier actually looking a lot better where the underlying metrics is concerned, because they have scored 33 goals and conceded only 12, whilst Mount Pleasant would have scored 30 and conceded 14. So there's a 2-goal, a 1-goal differential there in goal difference. But nonetheless, I believe that 3 plus on the attack and 2 minus in the defense. I think this game is going to draw. I'm going to go 1-1. Maybe a me want it to draw, but the game has seemed just too close. This game seemed just too close. And these are two of the luckiest teams in the league. They tend to just find that goal. We see it when the versus on it. Cavalier just tend to just find that goal there. Same thing, Mount